Thank you, Senator. I call Senator Francis Black.
And I would like, as chairperson of the Friends of Palestine Cross-Party Oireachtas Group, I would like to support Senator Norris's motion and also express my support for the Irish Palestine Solidarity Campaign, which is a fantastic organisation that was set up to highlight the struggle of the Palestinian people. I really believe it's totally unacceptable that Bank of Ireland have closed their bank account and refused to comment on the reason for this action. And I would just, before I even start, I would like to make my position clear at the outset and state that I believe all violence is wrong, and we all hope for a Irish Palestine Solidarity Campaign organisation have done. They presented yesterday in the AV room, and it was extremely upsetting, and I just want to highlight the great work that they do. It was a presentation that was delivered by Ayad Abu Qutish, who is the Director of the Accountability of Defence for Children International. It was truly shocking, and the details outlined of the arrest, detention and ill-treatment of Palestinian children by the Israeli Defence Forces makes it highly unlikely that peace will be achieved in the near future. A children's rights NGO has recorded around 50 deaths of Palestinian children at the hands of Israeli forces since last October, which roughly marked the onset of the third Palestinian uprising. Defence for Children International Palestine reported the fatalities, saying the absence of transparent and neutral investigation into such incidents had turned the killing of Palestinian children into normality. Aya Abu Qutish complained that international and United Nations agencies had failed to meet their responsibilities in defending the rights of Palestinian children. So I just want to highlight that, and I suppose the reality is that the IPSC have worked tirelessly on the issue, and they're providing great support to Defence for Children International. They were set up by a group of established Irish human rights and community activists, academics and journalists who are deeply concerned with the current situation in the occupied territories. They work in partnership with Palestinians now living in Ireland, and it is formed to provide a voice for Palestine in Ireland. They are an independent, non-party political organisation run by volunteers, all committed to a just and sustainable peace in the Middle East. They are a member-based organisation funded by their members' annual fees, standing orders and donations. And I'd just like to highlight some of the facts and the work that IPS are tirelessly highlighting. 11,700 Palestinians are currently imprisoned. Israeli unemployment is 9%. Palestinian unemployment is estimated at 40%. The US gives more than $7 million per day to the Israeli government and military. Since 1967, Israel has demolished 18,147 Palestinian homes, leaving over 100,000 people without shelter. Israel has been targeted by at least 65 UN resolutions, and the Palestinians have been targeted by none. So as we can see, all the work of the IPSC is vital, and they have to be commended. It is essential that human rights violations are highlighted and that oppressed peoples are supported by us. We have a duty to speak out against the ill-treatment of children, no matter who is responsible. Again, I say I think it's unacceptable that Bank of Ireland has closed their bank account and refused to comment on the reason for this action. The closure of this account is believed to be as a result of the Israeli government exerting pressure on banks to close the accounts of organisations who are advocating the boycott of Israeli goods, similar to the boycott of South African goods during the apartheid era. If this is the case, and this action is interference by Israel in the business affairs of a sovereign country, and this needs to be challenged. Banks should not have the power to threaten the very existence of organisations unless there is concrete evidence that the organisation has been involved in illegal transactions, and then there is an onus on the bank to report these activities to the Gardaí. I strongly condemn the Bank of Ireland for its undemocratic decision to close the accounts of IPSC. I believe that they should reverse the decision, and as my colleague Senator O'Loughlin says, it is an outrageous attack on democracy. Gur maith agat.